They came in just after closing, 4 of them. Dark suits, cheap cologne, the kind of arrogance that drips off men who've worn a badge too long. The leader, a detective I'd seen on the news once, leaned on the bar like it was his throne. He looked around, slow, calculating, then smiled. "Nice place," he said. "Shame it's mine now." I didn't move, didn't speak. He tapped the wood with his knuckles. 50% of your profits, every week, or we plant enough dope and weapons to bury you for life. Your choice. I finally looked at him. "This is a mistake." He laughed. The others laughed with him. Parasites feeding off sound. "You resisting arrest, friend?" His hand hovered near his belt. My fingers brushed the phone under the counter. One number. One call. "Get out," I said quietly. "You have 90 seconds. His smirk widened. "You're bluffing." I hit the dial. Put the phone down. 80 seconds later, his smirk began to die. Sirens in the distance. Tires screeching. Doors slamming. And for the first time that night, his eyes betrayed what his voice never would. Fear. But this wasn't about him. Not really. The corruption outside my bar was nothing compared to the corruption I'd let inside my home. It started weeks before, with a misplaced glance. My wife's phone lighting up in the kitchen when she was upstairs. A message preview, half hidden, just enough for me to see a name I recognized. His name. The same detective now trembling in front of me. At first, I told myself it was nothing, a coincidence. Paranoia whispering in the quiet hours. But the silence between us had been growing for months. Her late nights, the perfume that wasn't hers, the way she flinched when I touched her, like affection was foreign. I saw the lie before I could prove it. And when a man knows, truly knows, denial is just cowardice. Still, I smiled. I kissed her cheek. I played the dutiful husband. Because you only get one chance at the truth, and I wasn't going to waste it. I moved carefully, like glass underfoot. Phone records first, calls at strange hours, numbers linked to burner phones. Then credit card slips, hotel rooms in parts of the city we never visited. Each piece was small, insignificant alone. But together, they formed a noose. I didn't rage. Rage is noise, and noise warns the enemy. Instead, I let her laugh. Let her kiss me goodnight. Let her lie. I watched. I waited. I hired someone I trusted, someone who owed me too much to betray me. Photos arrived within days. Grainy, distant, but clear enough. My wife. His arms around her. Their mouths pressed together like they owned the world. I stared at them until the paper nearly tore in my hands. My pulse stayed steady, my breathing even. On the surface, I was calm. Underneath, I was already digging graves. The truth didn't come as a shock. By the time the final report landed on my desk, I was already hollowed out. But seeing it laid bare, her name, his name, dates, locations, the whole rotten story, it was a different kind of pain. Not sharp, not burning, just cold. I waited until dinner. She was talking about nothing, her fork tracing circles in her food. I slid the envelope across the table, said nothing. She opened it. Photos spilled out like confessions. Her face drained. She looked up at me, searching for anger, for shouting, for anything she could fight against. But I gave her nothing. "Say something," she whispered. I leaned back, studied her like a stranger. "How long?" Her lips trembled. "It's not what you think." But it was exactly what I thought. And for once, the silence belonged to me. The detective came back to my bar 3 nights later, alone this time. He didn't smile, didn't touch the bar like he owned it. He just stood there, pale and rigid. "You set me up," he muttered. I poured a drink, slid it across. "You set yourself up." His eyes flicked toward the door, toward the shadows outside. He knew what waited for him if he made the wrong move. "You don't understand," he whispered. "I understand," I said. "You took what wasn't yours, both in this bar and in my house." His jaw tightened. No words, no defense. I leaned closer. "You should have stayed a cop. You should have stayed out of my life." And then I turned away, left him there, a man stripped of power, of control, of her. He thought he could steal everything, but I'd already taken it back. I walked home that night under a sky without stars. She was gone when I arrived, bags packed, closet empty. I stood in the silence of our bedroom. The sheets smelled like her perfume, faint and false. I didn't touch them, didn't sit down. I only stared. It should have hurt. It should have broken me. But betrayal is a surgeon's knife. It cuts you open, but it also removes the rot. I wasn't mourning her. I was mourning the years I'd wasted believing her lies. Now, there was nothing left to grieve. I locked the door, lit a cigarette, watched the smoke curl into nothing. The detective lost his badge. She lost me. And I lost my illusions. Which means, in the end, I won.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.